And if you look carefully there, as well as starting to see the corona as our eyes adjust, you're going to see some red bits around the sun's disk. That's the middle part of the sun's atmosphere called the chromosphere. And that's equally as complex and equally cool, because I'm biased because I studied the chromosphere. But we see these red structures, that's because the sun is glowing in hydrogen light, and you see these kind of what are called prominences kind of protruding out from the sun.
Is there anything we're going to see during this eclipse that we didn't see in 2017, given the fact that we're in this heightened solar activity right now?
So, as you said, we're at solar maximum, or we're approaching solar maximum right now, which means the sun's atmosphere is way more dynamic than it was in 2017. You've got lots of, not only do you have lots of transient events like flares and CMEs, the whole corona itself is just more dynamic and more active. And so we'll likely see lots of structure. We'll see lots of what are called helmet streamers, or these big kind of cap-like structures around the sun, as well as poles. But unlike 2017, they'll be all over the sun's corona.
Because it's more active.
Exactly. Right. So they won't just be at the equator. If we're very, very lucky, you could potentially see a coronal mass ejection. It'd have to be things aligning. But in 1860, we believe they did see this, because there are lots of drawings of the eclipse. And there's some features in those drawings that look like what we now identify as a coronal mass ejection.
So 1860, was that when the Carrington event happened? Wasn't that around the same time?
That was around the same time. The Carrington event was a year before. It was 1859.
But heightened solar activity,
Yeah, so the Carrington event was the biggest flare in CME we've ever recorded.
So this goes to, we talk about all this research, the special research that's taking place on many different levels when it comes to today's total solar eclipse. What do we hope to learn, and why should people care?
So the sun is not just this kind of unchanging disk in the sky. The sun is actually really active. Like we're just saying, it kind of goes on these activity cycles of every 11 years. It goes from being really active, then a few years later it's not active, then back again. But that activity affects us on the Earth. It affects technology and infrastructure. And so